So I just happened upon a news story that major insurance companies are planning on dropping coverage for select models of Hyundais and Kias because of how easy it is to break into these types of vehicles. And I am not happy about that because I own a Hyundai myself, actually. I haven't read to see if my specific model would be affected by it. But of course, it's not cool to, experience an increase because of those kind of things. But that led me to a greater point that I wanted to kind of make a video on. And, you know, when I read this, of course, naturally, I just told you what my first reaction was. And I wanted to see what the comments would be on the. Oh, we got a guest here. Oh, whoa. Anyways, I wanted to see what the reactions from people would be in the comments section. Because I saw it on Say Cheese's Twitter is the first place I saw a story shared. And, people making their jokes and everything like that in the comment section. Some people are upset. And I know that some people will feel like this isn't fair or that it's wrong of companies to make this kind of a choice, that it's not the people who own the vehicle's fault that the vehicle that they own is susceptible to theft. And I hear, I hear those arguments. But the truth of the matter is that it actually is your fault if the vehicle that you purchase doesn't have good safety features. You may not be able to afford a vehicle with good safety features, but that is your fault. And I'm not saying this to place blame or make fun of anybody or trying to talk down on somebody, but we have to move away from this fault thing and kind of take accountability or just deal with the reality of issues at hand. And it's kind of funny that all this happened today because actually last night my car was broken into. When I say broken into, I mean that it was opened and they searched the vehicle for things. I wouldn't say valuables. I would honestly probably assume that the person was searching for drugs because I had things in there that could have been taken that if they were looking for valuables. It was a person looking for immediate drugs, honestly. Probably not even maybe money, but mostly drugs. Fortunately for me, I don't keep either one of those things in my vehicle. So nothing was damaged, nothing was stolen, nothing was harmed. But when I saw that my vehicle had been broken into, I was not mad, I wasn't upset, and I didn't shake my fist at the sky and say, why God? I said, oh man, did I leave my car unlocked? Whoops. And I don't actually think that I did, but the truth of the matter is that I don't know whether I did or didn't, and I'm not the best at making sure that I lock my door every time. So I very well could have not. With that being said, me knowing who I am and knowing whether I do lock the door or not, that the potential for theft is still present, I don't keep belongings that are valuable to me in my vehicle. I don't keep firearms, jewelry, illicit materials, or anything like that. So at times like this, I'm not impacted by it. Now, I could still be impacted by my car being stolen altogether. That is something that is the reality of my life because of the make and model of the vehicle that I purchased. And I think that if people choose to view things through the light that I just described without trying to prescribe fault, I don't know if prescribe is the right word there, but assign fault to certain parties rather than just dealing with the situation as it is. Now, certain delineations in that manner are important because you shouldn't be paying for things that you're actually absolutely not responsible for. Like if somebody does something, to like that person broke into my car, let's say he stole something, and let's say I saw him It's not like, oh, well, I saw this person, but it's my fault. So let me not, or let's not worry about whose fault it was that this person broke into my car and took my belongings. Take that as an L and learn a lesson from it. No. Obviously, I would try and get my belongings back, but I would still know that if it didn't come back, I mean, that's just a part of life. That's a part of keeping your things in your car. Or when you buy a vehicle that is less expensive, there is a possibility that the vehicle could have higher chances that it can be stolen because it has lower levels of technology in anti-theft equipment. That is something that we all have to factor in, and we play this game of balancing what we can afford versus what we should go out on a limb and make an extra expense for. Safety is important, just like dental or anything like that, because you think that you're going to save money on buying the vehicle, but now your insurance rate is going to go up because the theft potential is higher. And everything has these checks and balances. And we could sit there and we could blame the greedy insurance companies, or we can understand that at the end of the day, they still have to turn a profit to keep their doors open so that they can still maintain paying out anybody for any claims that they have and helping to save people's lives, literally, and restore them back to normal at devastating times. Well, a lot of people think, oh, well, how much money should be made from those types of services? You tell me. What percentage of profit should a company be allowed to make off of insurance? Let's have that discussion. Let me know in the comment section down below. When are rates for an insurance company criminal? Should be an interesting conversation. I also work in insurance as well. So I have a little bit of knowledge from that perspective. But yeah, man, that was what came through my mind when I saw that my vehicle has higher potential for theft on a day in which it was actually broken into the night before. So, well, I may just be. It's funny because I just paid my car. Oh, well, I'm going to be paying it off here. It'll be April is my last installment. So I don't know. Will I look for a new car? Probably not. Honestly, I'll make sure that my insurance rates don't go anywhere too crazy though. And I definitely recommend you do the same. I will talk to you guys later.